Right, this is another episode of Talking Spree.
I'm Kathy.
And I'm Toyin. Thanks for joining us again. Last time we were talking about how people outside of America view America. So we're going to have a continuation of that. Like I always tell my husband, I know a whole lot of people are going to comment that, why don't you come back home? I wish I can come back home if my husband doesn't like it here. I don't like it here. Do you like it here? It's too stressful here. You know, if I open my hair, I already have gray hair. And I'm only in my early 40s. You know? Only thing that glorifies us, I don't know about you, but when I go to Nigeria, my skin glows. That sun appreciates my skin. Woo!
It's just that here, there's a lot of opportunities.
Exactly.
You know, like I tell people, America will make you or it can break you.
They can break you.
You gotta be careful.
I mean, we can see a whole lot of these celebrities out there that they already made them and they're broken. You know, you have to worry about how will your kids turn out. You know, what will your kids do? You have to worry about when they go to college. You know, they're open to a whole lot of hazards in this country. You know, unlike back home, if my daughter does something, I can send her to my uncle or my aunt and say, you know, help me talk to her and help me talk to him. We don't have that opportunity here. You know, you can't hit your child here. You cannot hit them, whatever they do. Because you don't know, DIFES comes for you. And they can take your child away.
It's funny. Like, one day I was at work and my neighbor called me and he was like, there's a cop at your door.
Your heart will come through your mouth.
I came home really fast and oh, my name is so-and-so, I'm calling from DIFES. I'm like, what? DIFES?
DIFES, anyway, DIFES are the people that takes your child away in case of any abuse, neglect
or
any kind of thing that they report to them.
So they were like, oh, I need to come by your house and we need to talk because we got a report that there was a baby crying in your house. And they knocked on the door and nobody was home. And the cops came and nobody was home. I was like, what are you? I don't have a baby. It's like, you don't have I was like, no. I think my daughter was like probably 9. And my son was like, my son was like 9 and my daughter was like 8. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so I was like, okay, well, you can come. She says, I have to come to the house and see. So she came and she walked through. She looked in the closet. She looked in the kitchen. She looked in the cupboard to see if there's food. She looked in the refrigerator and I'm like, look at these people.
I know.
So she's like, I said, there's a baby upstairs and there's a baby next door. So I guess the maintenance guys thought they heard the baby crying and eventually assumed that the baby's in my apartment. So the lady's like, really? I was like, you see for yourself. I don't have any baby here.
You're not hiding baby in the closet.
Then she was like, okay, fine, I believe you. Everything looks good. But we just have to do an investigation. You know, they have to follow protocol.
Yes.
So she did her investigation or whatever, and she called me back and she's like, I have to come back for one more visit. I was like, you can come.
Even when they didn't see the baby in the house, can you imagine?
So she came back and she's like, you know, it's ridiculous. That's what happens sometimes. People call it the truth and they just call.
You have to worry about your neighbors.
So she's like, I'm going to throw the case away. You're clear. Everything is okay. You know, I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even have a baby.
Those are the things you worry about.
So I get labeled. They want to take my kids because they think I have a baby. I was like, this is crazy.
It is tough.
So these are the things that we have to face. You have to be so careful. You know, even if they have a scratch on them, you have to explain to the teacher why they're gonna ask the kid, what is that scratch? Did your mom hit you? It's like they're putting words in.
Sometimes they let the kids say what did the child did. They're both playing with their siblings and they get hurt. You have to think and think and think, what am I going to say to them? You know, how am I going to present this to them? That it will not cause an issue, that it will not cause a problem to my family. You take your child to the doctor and something happens, they will not let you know. The next thing is you just see
the cops
coming, the human services coming. You have to worry about that. You have to worry about, you know, like fighting on the street. They take you up and they take you to the psych units. Because they believe that for you to be fighting on the street, something is wrong here. You're not thinking right. These things we get away with it back home. We get away with it. You can beat somebody up, you can fight on the street, you can do all that stuff. So even sometimes when you yell when you're not supposed to yell.
Right. So if you call us and ask for money and we don't have it, please. Anything personal, we really don't have
We
it.
really don't have it. We get paid every 2 weeks, and then some people will think, "But you get paid every 2 weeks." Yes, that's what is called paycheck to paycheck. Because by that 2 weeks, you get the money as you are receiving the money on your left hand, is going out on your right hand.
Exactly.
Because some of those money, even before you collect
It's
it,
already
they're gone.
planned for.
Asking for money from people that are living abroad, you have to give it time, because sometimes they have to put some things on hold to take care of your responsibility. You can't say, but at least it's in America. And then somebody told me that they asked another person for money, and that person said, "Oh, please, I need $100. At least that is what you guys always give people, $100."
They're not asking for.
Now you
They're
guys don't give more than $100, because I guess that is what we can afford at that time. You know,
Exactly.
before a whole lot of us, we go into like monthly contributions to gather money to be able to have money to put together. It is hard. You can go to your uncle's house, you can go to your auntie's house, and then when you're living with the mindset of, when I leave my uncle's house, when I leave my auntie's house, she's gonna give me transportation fare. Nothing like that here.
You're on your own.
The best they can give you is they will give you food.
That's
Eat.
it.
That's it. That there's a lot of food in America. Yes, there is, but it costs money.
That's right.
They're not for free.
Exactly.
Why did they even tag us as third world country?
Because we're not first world, or they would be asking
And we're
for
not
money.
second.
I don't think we fall in that category.
If you're first, okay. So is that why people ask for money?
Because the economy is bad.
Do you know what is called flash? When somebody flashes you on your phone.
Yeah,
You know
call me back.
So they do that too?
Call me back.
And they want to ask you for money. And they'll be asking you to call them back. Oh my God, I thought this is the Nigerian syndrome. Because my pastor was preaching this morning and he was talking about that. And my pastor said, "Who does that?" I said, "Well, Nigerians do." So they do it in
Yeah.
Jamaica too?
Yeah.
Oh my
Call
God.
me
I
back.
guess it's thought was
Or they're like,
syndrome.
"Hello, call me back." So once they flash you, you know that, "Oh, I have to call them back." They don't have it.
Sometimes you even give them money. They will ask you, "Call me back," to say thank you to you.
They can't even use money to buy the phone card to call you back.
Because it's so expensive
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
very expensive, you know.
It's
And
expensive.
maybe they wanted to pay a bill or something. So by the time they pay the bill, it's finished. There's nothing.
Because sometimes a whole lot of them back home, they will put their children in this high cost school, and they'll be expecting us here to pay for their school fees. Thank you. This brings us to the end of the topic for today on Talking.
Spray.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to share, like, and comment on the video. See you next time.
Bye.
Okay.